Welcome to Echoes of the Past, bringing you memories, musings and ramblings from a time long since gone. I'm Deb and I'd be honoured if you would join me today as I share some of my favourite things. Long before this humble fruit shot to fame as a trendy millennial must-have, it was a well-recognised and respected food. We had 4 avocado pear trees in the garden at Springside Road, and every year they bore fruit so large and plentiful that some years their branches gave way under the weight. When in season we ate the avos mostly as they came, freshly ripe and fallen from the tree, and that's how I liked them the most. Excess fruit was shared with friends and family. One year we had so many that Dad decided to sell them. He tasked us with the job of collecting all the fallen fruit and told us to put it into the boot of his car. He drove an Audi, which had a decent-sized boot. Unfortunately, it wasn't anywhere near big enough, and we had to tie it closed when we were done filling it. And so we drove to Game with our load of avos, pulled up in the loading bay and waited in the car whilst Dad went into the shop to speak to someone he knew. A few minutes later the boot was being emptied and I was handed a load of money. I can't remember how much money I was given in total, but I do remember that Dad gave me 20 cents an avo for helping to collect and load them into the car. Unfortunately, our little enterprise cost an awful lot more than it made, as the weight in the boot damaged the suspension of the Audi. However, I do remember Dad being quite philosophical about it all, and just saying that it had been fun and that the car didn't matter. He was right, because all these years later I still hold this memory close and smile every time I think of it. This avo cost me 79 pence from Asda, one of the largest supermarket chains in the UK. That's roughly 18 Rand 96 when converted, using an exchange rate of about 24 Rand to the pound. If you're currently in South Africa, I'd love to know how much places like Pick n Pay and Spar are charging for avos today. According to this label, it's a large avo and comes from Peru. My memory of large avocados is of a fruit you needed 2 hands to carry, not one you could comfortably fit in the palm of your hands. I can't help but think about how far this food has had to travel to be here, how many hands it has passed through to get to mine, and how enormous the gap between what we eat and where it comes from has become. All 4 of our trees in Springside Road were grown by Mum, from Peps. And as we grew, so did the avocado pear trees, providing not just food for us, but endless hours of imaginative play. As we climbed and swung on their branches, collected fallen twigs to use as magic wands, mighty swords, or bows and arrows. And as time progressed, I would just sit underneath them with a book and read. I would love my children and grandchildren to know the tough, dark green leaves and rough, bumpy bark and the sweet, almost nutty smell of freshly picked avocado pears. So today I'm going to try and remember what my mum taught me and see if I can get an avocado pear pip to grow into a small tree. I know that even if I can get this pip to grow, it will never bear fruit, not here in Scotland, and it most likely won't survive a winter. However, if I don't try, there is 100% chance that it won't grow. So here it goes. I remember Mum telling me that you needed to find the bottom of the pip, and that was what had to be in the water for the roots to sprout. I think I figured that out, and as far as I can remember, that was about it. So hopefully now this little guy will grow. Wish me luck, because I would so love my children to see what an avocado pear tree looks like, even if it's just a diddy wee tree. Thank you for watching. Until the next time, keep your memories close, but keep those around you closer. Deb out.